Just wanted to talk about things I seen on the internet. I actually started on TikTok because I left my salon after 15 years. And out of boredom, I just started a page and I put a J-Lo and Ben Affleck page, and it ended up, overnight blowing up. So I tried to put Eugenia, videos on there, and it wouldn't let you. TikTok does not let you put videos of Eugenia. They flag them constantly. I have like one video that does, like, you know what? Why don't I start a YouTube and I can talk about how I feel about her? And I did that. And I just did it for myself because I need to vent things out. Sometimes I feel like I'm crazy. So I'm like, that's why I started TikTok. Things I saw on Instagram, I would comment, and then I would get like 1,000 people who would like my comment. And I'm like, why don't I start making my own videos and doing it if people agree with me with things I have to say? Because I'm very opinionated. I've always been. I'm obsessed with the truth. I can't help it. I see something, I have to call it out. My mouth has gotten me in trouble my whole life. Um, because I don't really BS. If I see something, I have to say it. And then once I get it out, I'm over it. But when I see things on the internet, I have to see it. Being called a bully or a stalker is hilarious to me because we're not in the playground slinging mud. I told my best friend that, been called a bully, and she was like, what? Because it's so elementary, and it's always the people with the victim card who plays the victim card are always the ones who are the biggest bullies, always the ones starting the drama and harassing. They've never used, like, I never said, oh, people bully me, people harass me. I've never talked like that. I think it's ridiculous. We aren't 18 years old trying to fight over the football player here in high school. I mean, this is like older women in their 50s and 60s saying they're being bullied and harassed on the internet, which they put videos on. I thought that's what the internet was about. I guess I'm wrong. And stalking, that's a funny one too, because you're making these videos for reactions, and then when you get reactions, you get mad, or if it's not the reaction you want, you get mad. Oh well, this is what the internet's for. Then like, if you're gonna put up a video of things you in your life, whatever, and you don't expect people to react, that's crazy to me. Eugenia being called a bully, though, is even more insane because no one's picking on her herself. If she didn't have this ED, just say, and she was a regular, normal, healthy girl, nobody would be picking on her. Nobody's saying her hair's falling out or like thinning in the scalp area because they are making fun of her hair. They're saying it because this is what anorexic bulimic it does to you. Your hair falls out. No one's saying her teeth are protruding out of her mouth because she has bad teeth. She doesn't. They're protruding because she has zero fat on her face. Her face is sunken in. Her eyes are sunken in. These are things, her skin is gray. These are things that people see. And a lot of people see, and apparently it's bullying, because if it's not if you're not calling her beautiful, kind, perfect, and amazing, that's bullying. But calling her beautiful, kind, and perfect all the time, don't you think that's worse for her? Because just say you come into work and someone says, oh my God, I love you. I love how you look today. And you have your makeup done, your hair done. And then you're like, oh, thank you. And then you start to feel good about yourself because you put in the effort, and everyone's complimenting you. So you feel good, right? And then just say now you go and work with your pajamas, your hair up, you're not in the mood to wear makeup, and they're like, oh, you all right? You look like you haven't slept. Is everything okay? And you don't feel that great about yourself because people are telling you don't look the best. Is that being bullying, or is that just being honest to try to help someone out? Like, are you okay? Is everything okay at home? Because you don't look the best. That's how I feel. So if you're calling someone perfect, imagine Eugenia in her head is like, yes, I'm perfect right now. I got to my perfect weight. Let's see if I can get even thinner. And the disease takes you there. Trust me. I was supposed to stop at like 120. And then I remember it was like, they were like, all right, you look good now, you could stop. And I was like, no, I can get to 115. Okay, 115, you look good now. No, but I can get to 110. And that's how it goes. And then you don't realize. So she was like 80 pounds, and people said she looked healthy then. She's got to be about 65 pounds now. And if people expect not to notice that, they're out of their minds. And it's not bullying, it's just being observant. You know, you're not looking at a normal, healthy, you're looking at someone who has extreme, severe anorexia that, you know, I feel like her and Deb go to Disney World to escape life for a week. Nobody really has that life except Eugenia and her mom, Deb. I feel like this is what they do. They go to Disney for the week. They go to, you know, or sometimes they go, I think they went for like 3 weeks, but they do it every month to escape reality. And there's only so long you can do that. Her legs were bruised from wearing boots. She had to wear sneakers one day. This is, again, not her, but the disease hurting her. And that's what people try to express. So when people try to say she has a skinny filter, it drives me nuts. How can you say that when people have met her? Someone wrote me and messaged me that they met her and she was even worse in person. They said her skin was gray. She can hardly stand up. So who were these people meeting then? Just some random anorexic girl then? I mean, it's crazy to me that anyone thinks that she would use a skinny filter. It is crazy that the excuses that people make and the things that people say or will say for this girl to get closer to her or just to want her attention. And nobody really knows her. Nobody. You go on her page, her supporters just say, they give her money. She goes, oh, thank you so-and-so for the this and that. And then she goes offline. She doesn't have a day like, oh, I was stressed out today because me and my mom got into a fight. You'll never hear that. Everything's always perfect and happy and great and positivity because her income depends on it. The minute she shows skin, she knows, or she gets too sassy, TikTok will take her account down. They'll ban her. And she doesn't want to go through that because like she said, that was one of the worst times of her life. And I believe it. I believe without social media is probably one of her worst times. If I didn't have social media, I wouldn't care. My pages get taken down, still go on with my life. But if her pages it would be the end for her. That's all she really has in life is social media. And it's sad. She has these fake friendships. And then people get parasocial relationships, which I didn't even know that about parasocial until, being on the internet and seeing it. And people really think like, stay away from her. You don't know her. Don't say that. You don't know her condition. You don't know what she's going through. Hello, have you not been following her since she's 19? I remember like seeing a video of her on Twitch crawling around with a cat meowing, and I'm like, all right, enough. But I didn't think anything bad back then. I was just thought she was a weird girl who did things for money. I was like, whatever. And then I moved on. I never thought she would get to the way she is today. And the fact that people get these parasocial relationships and say these crazy things, oh, she should do this. And what is it any different saying that she should move into a tiny home with the Pomeranian? How is that any different than me telling her her mother needs to get into treatment? You're still trying to tell her what to do. It's just there's a difference between obsession. I'm not obsessed with Eugenia. I make videos about how I feel, my opinions on her. Wow, what is this? What's going on? What's on her? What is going on with her shirt? I think some people are obsessed with Eugenia. I think they want to be her and look like her. I think they want her life. I think they see themselves in her. I see a person who needs help, and I have so many questions because she's so secretive, and I make videos, and I ask people, and my comments, sometimes the people in my comments, tell me things that I didn't even see. And I'm like, oh my God, that's a great point. Oh, I didn't see that. Oh, wow. I don't go back and forth. I like people's, point of views. I'm not saying my point of view is the only one that's right. I like hearing other people. People say, I usually stand by what I think and say in life. I've never heard anyone say I'm like a flip-flopper where I change my mind a lot. I do think that Deb is the cause of this. I do think that this is why she is the way she is today and acts like has a mentality of a 10-year-old, because she didn't have to do anything. She could have drove, but I'm sure Deb stopped her from that. She could have done a lot of things in her life that Deb stopped, you know, getting her out of that, even that, you know, where she got 5150. Deb probably did anything in her lawyers to get her out of there. I feel like Deb made her get worse in life, and I feel like it's all Eugenia can control is what she puts in and out of her body. And that, I feel like it started with the mother, and then I didn't really blame Eugenia for a long time. And then she went on TikTok and she got close to Jeffrey, and I started seeing that side, that manipulating side. Like I said, someone even said, I don't go along with, oh, I don't believe in her choices, something like that. I don't believe in her choices, but I'm not going to troll either. What are you talking about? ED is not a choice. Nobody says, you know, I think I'll have an ED today. You know, what are they even? This is what Eugenia has done to people, like old women, young girls. She put it in people's head, manipulation. TikTok, I think she's manipulated people the most because she has to earn that money. And she's made it like, this is my body. Don't body shame me. This is my choice. No, it's a mental illness. You're literally obsessed with your body 24/7. She wakes up and goes to sleep obsessed with her body. You know, when she's on live and she starts to see a little uneasy, she's probably starting to get hungry. You know, there's so much to this disease that people don't know. And on TikTok, they're very more naive on there. They're a little bit nicer than any social media platform, than X and Instagram and Facebook and YouTube. They're a lot nicer. You can't really say too much on there without someone getting offended. But that's why she loves it, because she knows that people are going to buy into her BS. And that's when I started saying, wait, she knows what she's doing. I see it now. And I don't mean to change my mind. Oh my God, I blame the mother, I blame Eugenia. I blame both of them. I blame both of them. I blame that whole household. And that's what I started. I would love to know how this started. I feel how she's still going at 30, at the weight she's at, and hides it. She'll never show a bad side. She will always act like everything is fine. And I think that's why people dive into her. So when we see videos and we see her looking worse, we're like, wow, oh my God, I can't believe this. Do you see this? And people chime in like, oh my God, I can't believe this. This is how social media works. You know, expressing your opinion and people comment. People come on and say, oh my God, you're so mean for doing this. You know, people are allowed to express their opinions. I don't delete it. Oh, that's what they think. They think I'm mean. Let them think it. I'm still going to make more videos about how I feel. But on certain people's pages, I learned you can't say anything without them getting offended. But they can make the dumbest comments. Like for instance, when Wolfgang Luna came out with the 5 feet measuring tape, I never said she was over 5 feet. I'm 4'11", but I just tell people I'm 5 feet. All I said is she looks about my height, 5 feet. I always feel like she exaggerates everything. Like, I'm so short and cute and tiny. I live in New York. Do you guys know I live in New York? New York is the best. I love New York. Hey guys, I live in New York. It's always exaggerated. And that's what I meant by that comment. I didn't mean like I really gave a shit about her height or not, because I really don't. But out of everything, she took that one thing I said. I mean, out of everything I said, she could have talked about the body shaming comments. She could have talked about the Jordy situation. But no, she took a measuring tape out. I can't take people like that. I can't take people who contradict, and I'm not afraid to say it. And so many people are afraid on this app, and I don't know. I mean, on social media, they hide behind other people. They they all gang up and have a clique, and I think that's crazy, because how do you have your own mind, or do you just do what the other person says? No, that will never be me. I will always state my opinions. I will always go back if someone has something to say about me. If you do have a question, just comment me. I'm very easy to talk to. I don't yell. You can message me on TikTok. I did not think that my TikTok would grow as much as it did. I did not think that on YouTube I would grow as much as it did. I never really cared. If it does, that's great. I think the people that do follow are, you know, they give me great insight on things. Like I said, I love people's different perspectives and opinions. It is boring to hear one person's opinion over and over. This is how I think, and I think she should do this, and I attack each other about the dumbest things, about height and age and looks. Do I go after anybody's looks? Do I even go after Eugenia? Eugenia's actually a pretty girl. I think her eyelashes are naturally so long. I never say anything about anyone's looks. Never say anything. I'm talking about her condition. And that condition is probably the worst mental illness. And I don't think she's ever going to recover, if you really want to know the truth. I don't think it's going to happen. I think that she's loves the way she looks. This was her goal, and she got there. And I just wanted to come on here and say that. Even with things, one thing before I go, with things like Trump and Harris, they were so in shock by the votes that Trump won, because a lot of people who want to vote for Trump had to be so quiet. People had to pretend they were voting for Kamala, and they were actually voting for Trump because they were scared with their job or friends. It actually made me think too. I was like, wow, people are so afraid to say their opinions in life because they know that they're going to get attacked. That one celebrity, Amber Rose, came out strong about Trump. She wasn't scared, and she knew she would get a lot of, negative comments, and she did. All about love and peace, but they're the first ones to attack you if you don't think and belong with them. And that's not the way. I don't care if you're a Democrat, Republican. Who cares? People are allowed. When did people not allowed to have opinions anymore in this world? It's getting crazy now. And if you don't think like that, you're stupid or dumb. But it was such a shock to see how many people had to hide who they were voting for because of being attacked on social media by people, being attacked in real life. I'm starting to see the patterns where people are so afraid, or they'll lie to fit in. And I'm getting sick of it, Be who you are. Stand by who you are as a person. I never believed in following. I don't really believe in being a leader either. I believe in just being yourself. In high school, I was friends with everybody because I don't believe in just having one clique. Anyway, I wanted to say, I just wanted everyone to finally see me and hear me in person. Because I know, I really don't like to video. I go on live a few times on TikTok, but it's a lot different not not seeing yourself again. I'm gonna have to look at these tapes and edit them and see myself, and I hate that. I think it's weird. People who love filming themselves are narcissistic to me. They love seeing themselves are very narcissistic. That's what I think. I've always thought like that because it's hard to actually watch yourself talk and your face over and over and over. That's how I feel. But I just wanted to come on here. So I hope that, everyone just sticks to, be true to who they are in life and stop being a follower and be your own person. And everyone's allowed their own opinion, and remember that. And don't attack people for having different opinions because it's not worth it. Do you care, what goes on social media? I know I still go to sleep fine. I put social media away. I don't look at it again. Why can't people do that and be normal? I don't even know if that made sense. Well, anyway, I just want to say bye to everyone. And make this video because there was things on my mind that I wanted to get off. And I could have just used my voice, and I could have just made a whole video of just my pictures, but I was like, I'll make a video. All right. Good night, everyone. Bye.